Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning or this afternoon, wherever you are joining us from. Welcome to what is going to be part 2 of our skincare series. So if you had the opportunity to join us last Friday, this is when we dove into part 1. And I'm just going to give a little bit of clarification. What I'm referring to is these two sessions, so last week and today, we're going to be talking about our skincare collection. So going back to the fall of 2021, we launched 4 brand new lines of products. So these are different skincare products to support skin types, different skincare goals, all of the things that really help create a foundational routine for you at home. And so just to give a quick recap, last week in part 1, we went through 2 collections that were designed for normal and combination skin, and then as well for sensitive or reactive skin. So if those are products you're interested in, you can just head over to our main Facebook page. You can have a look at that video from last week. And then for today, we're going to dive into the remaining 2 collections, as well as 3 brand new skincare products that just launched this morning. So these are going to be joining our collections, and I'm happy to have the opportunity to take you through them. My name is Kristin. I am the National Educator here at Sage. As always, an honor and a privilege to have the opportunity to chat about the things that I love that have so much to do with natural ingredients and natural products. So without further ado, let's move into these 2 lines. What we're going to look at today is a line called True Dew. So True Dew is the line that's formulated for drier, mature skin types, as well as a line called Clarity. This is for oily, acne-prone, breakout-prone skin, and we're going to take you through both of those today. And then just to throw us off course, as I like to do, I'm going to start with a product. This is brand new. This was introduced this morning, and like I said, is going to support actually all 4 of the collections, which is why I want to get started with it. This is our brand new Bright Eyes Eye Cream. So some of you who have known and loved Sage for a very long time, you have been asking for us to add an eye cream to our skincare collection. We're so happy to finally be able to do it. So many great ingredients to talk about in this product, but I'm going to start actually just with the packaging. So I'll show you just if you remove the cap, you see it has a saddle pump top here. And something I mentioned last week as part of our packaging, you'll see it again through the other 2 lines, is what we call an airless pump. So what that means is that each time you disperse product through the pump, it's actually moving from the bottom of the product upwards. It serves a couple of purposes in terms of keeping oxygen out of the product, really preserving its shelf stability and its shelf life, as well as allowing you to use it all the way to the last drop. So you can just pump, pump, pump until your bottle isn't dispersing any more product. Let's talk about a couple of the key ingredients in the formula. The first is an extract called Eye Bright. So this extract comes from the flowers of the plant of the same name. What I love about this ingredient is it's actually had a storied history in medicinal use for many, many years. So this is an ingredient that's been used to treat inflammation, conjunctivitis, which is pink eye. So it has, like I said, that property that really helps to relieve any swelling, soreness, or inflammation. So keeping that nice and soft protective piece in the eye area. Fantastic at fighting free radicals and just helping to support in relief from environmental stressors that show up in this area of the body. Knowing that we have this very, very thin and sensitive skin under the eyes, you just need to make sure you're treating it right. Another ingredient is Guarana. So this is a caffeine-rich extract, great for supporting blood flow to the area. So again, that appearance of softness, of suppleness, of really smooth skin. There's a great extract called Edelweiss. This is fantastic for reducing sensitivity on the skin. So again, just keeping that area nice and protected. And then the last ingredient I want to talk about is called Mica. So mica is sometimes referred to as nature's glitter. It's a beautiful silicate mineral. It comes to us from underground mines. What it's great for is giving this glow, this luminosity, this sort of radiance, so the brightening that many of us want in the eye area. And what do I want to address just quickly for a moment is a sustainability piece. So this is an ingredient that does have a controversial history. So in certain parts of the world, there have been some controversial practices in mining, specifically related to the labor practices. And what I want to share is that we have sourced our mica from a supplier just south of us in the United States of America, so coming to us from Georgia, with whom we have a great relationship. We know that this is a wholly owned mine. We have a complete traceability certificate, and we really know and understand the practices that are being used ethically and sustainably to obtain this ingredient. So I want to share that, just it's important to me, and I know it's important to some of you there as well. So I really encourage you to get your hands on this product. A little really goes a long way, as it does with most products for the eyes. So just using the ring finger and a gentle sort of tap along the orbital bone up to the brow bone here. I prefer to use my rich and sort of thicker eye creams in the evening time. That's a personal preference. I've tested it under makeup. I've tested it for daytime use, and it's fantastic in whatever way you want to see it in your skincare routine. So one more look at it there, that's Bright Eyes. So then I'm going to start with the True Dew collection. This is the one I mentioned, formulated specifically for dry and mature skin types. What I want to address here, specifically when you think about mature skin, it's as we age, our skin naturally produces less collagen and elastin. So that's what's really giving that firmness, that sort of supple look to the skin that we're all sort of craving for, especially as we get older. So using products that are deeply hydrating, really nourishing and moisturizing helps to keep your skin having that appearance of softness and suppleness, which is what we're going to see in this line. Product number one, my friends, is our True Dew Cleanser. This is a cream cleanser, so it's the only product within the 4 lines that's offered as a cream cleanser. The reason for that being that skin that is dry or has a little bit more dehydration really needs that extra nourishment. So while you're looking to remove impurities, makeup, SPF products, you still want to ensure you're keeping the skin nice and supple. One of the key ingredients in the formula is avocado oil, high in vitamin E, really nutrient dense, very, very smoothing for the skin. I love to talk about safflower seed oil. This is an ingredient, it's non-comedogenic. That means it's not going to clog the pores, but it's really great at helping to remove makeup. And then I want to talk about rose. So rose is actually the ingredient that sort of permeates the line and really drives the scent profile. So you'll notice within the 3 products in the line, the scent primarily comes in that sort of rich, rosy floral note. What I love about rose essential oil is the benefits that it has both emotionally and physically. So on an emotional level, so many people receive it as nourishing. So it has that sort of nice nurturing piece to it. It's great for our emotional health. And then when you think about the skin, it's so richly hydrating. So it just provides a delicate balance. It keeps the skin having that suppleness and that smoothness, which is why you see it show up in a lot of products that are sort of aimed at aging skin types. So that's product number 1. That's our cream cleanser. Number 2 in the line is our True Dew, there we go, moisturizer. This has that same airless pump or the airdrop bottom that I had mentioned with the eye cream. So that's what you're going to see across all 4 lines in terms of the moisturizer. One of the key ingredients, I talked about this last week, is oat kernel extract. This is a red thread ingredient. You'll see it in all 4 of the moisturizers. It's a non-gluten, non-soy form of ceramides. Ceramides are one of the most important ingredients when you think about barrier protection. So keeping your skin's moisture barrier nice and strong, really protecting the outer layers of your skin. That's what all of us are craving for in our skincare products, and having a healthy barrier is really what allows for all of your products to work properly. So something to think about. Another ingredient I want to mention in the formula, it's hyaluronic acid. You've likely heard about this ingredient in skincare. It's very popular for very good reason. It's a deeply, deeply hydrating ingredient. It's said to be able to attract and retain up to 1,000 times its weight in water. So when you're really looking to pull moisture deeply into the skin, when you want that appearance again of plumpness, of softness, you're hearing me use some of these words repeatedly because that's what the line is designed to do. So hyaluronic acid is often available on its own as a serum, and then you see it a lot of times in moisturizers in particular. And then another essential oil I want to call out, it's called Helichrysum. So this is a lesser known essential oil. It's not used very commonly in many preparations. And to be very honest with you, the reason for that tends to do with the price. So this is a higher price point essential oil. It's rare, it's precious. It is studied for its incredible abilities to impact positively cell turnover. So even outside of skincare, even sort of outside of aromatherapy, this is an ingredient that has shown so much support for the skin and for, like I said, that ability to increase cell turnover, to just help produce the healthiest, brightest, freshest skin. So very happy to have included it as part of the moisturizer. That's product number 2. And then the third and final product in the True Dew line, my personal favorite, this is our True Dew Face Oil. So if you saw last week's session, you will recall we talked about face oils in both of the first 2 product lines. This is going to be the third. This is the product that is the most dense in carrier oils. So I'd say this is the most richest, the most nutritive of all 3 of the face oils. I want to share about a couple of the carriers you'll find inside. We've included Pomegranate Seed Oil. This is high in vitamin C, which is a vitamin the skin loves. It's a brightening antioxidant. It's fantastic for skin that's a little bit more dull, and that can happen a lot of times with dryness or dehydration. We also have Prickly Pear Seed Oil. That's high in vitamins E and K. Again, just nutrient dense, really smoothing for the skin. Blueberry Seed Oil we have included for its plumping properties, giving us that supple look. And then there's sea buckthorn extract. This is an ingredient I love to talk about because it's very protective from sun damage. So if you have experienced any sort of hyperpigmentations, discoloration, sunspotting, this can be really renewing and really reparative for the skin. So this one, as I mentioned, it's going to be the richest of the 3 face oils we have. I said this last time as well, is that a little goes a long way. So you're thinking just about 3 or 4 drops of your face oil. I want to show it to you nice and up close with that beautiful glass dropper and applicator. You see in the color of the bottle, it has that sort of amber tone, and that's coming to you from some of those carriers. You can think about using a face oil as the final step in your skincare routine. So if you're using it in the daytime, you'd apply a face oil, then wait about 5 to 10 minutes to really ensure absorption, and then you'd move on to your SPF product. And then if you were using it in your nighttime routine, it would just be your final product. It's an occlusive, which means it's a sealant. It actually sort of seals everything into the face, particularly moisture. So when you're thinking about keeping that water-based moisture deep within the layers of the skin, that's what a face oil is great for doing. So that's product line number 1 that we're talking about today, again called True Dew. Next, I'm going to move on to talk about the line called Clarity. And so just to remind you again, this is a line for oily, acne prone, breakout prone, blemish prone. The way you hear all these different words to describe that skin type, this is a perfect line to address. Until this morning, this product line had three products included, and we've added 2 brand new additions today. So I'm going to take you through all 5. I'm going to start with the cleanser. So I'm going to just grab it to show you here. It has that beautiful same saddle pump. This is a gel cleanser. So similar to when we talked about the sensitive skincare line, we've chosen a gel cleanser as part of the Clarity family of products because it's just very suitable for an oily or acne prone skincare type. A gel has a nice little bit of a cooling effect when applied topically to the skin. It has a really nice, rich and supportive lather and then rinses cleanly. What's important when you're thinking about oily or acne prone skin is balance. You really need to ensure the skin stays harmonized because if you remove too much, which can be overstripping or drying, that actually triggers an over oil production. So you really have to sort of toggle that fine line to keep the skin balanced with a certain amount of hydration that all skin types need, and then some of that astringency as well to remove excess oil. So in the base, you're going to see ingredients like squalane, a plant-based squalane from fermented cane sugar, excellent at providing hydration, the right amount of slip to let the product sort of move around the skin easily. We've also included jojoba. Jojoba is fantastic for the skin, particularly for oily skin. It very closely mirrors our skin's natural sebums. So that means we receive the product well, non-comedogenic. Again, we referenced that earlier in terms of not clogging the pores. You're going to remove impurities, dirt and grease and grime from the skin and just leave it feeling nice and balanced. So that's product number 1. Now, what I want to share is that this line is a little bit of an outlier in that rather than including a face oil, we've actually included a toner. So the three previous lines we've discussed, you saw cleanser, moisturizer, face oil. This one looks a little bit different. The toner is what we would say is step number 2. So that's a mist top on this product here. And this is a product you'd use after cleansing. So what I love so much about this toner is the key ingredient, which is liquid mineral salts. So liquid mineral salts have this fantastic ability to help neutralize bacteria. Sometimes you see them show up in deodorant products, and that's a bacteria that causes odor, but you're also thinking about that neutralizing of bacteria in terms of the way that we attract different bacteria to the skin that can then cause redness, irritation, the breakouts, some of the things that you see as being prone to this skin type. It also has an astringency. So again, it's going to be in that balancing effect. It's going to help remove any lingering traces of dirt, grease, and grime that you may have missed in cleansing. And then we've included essential oils that sort of come at it from two sides. So I think about oils that are more astringent, something like tea tree, like juniper berry. And then on the other side, you have essential oils that are a touch more hydrating, things like patchouli and geranium. And you put those two together, and again, they really meet in the middle and they give that nice harmonious balance to the skin. I should mention here that when you think about the overarching sort of scent, you do note tea tree. So if you know that really distinct, it's almost like a medicinal, a type of camphorous note from tea tree. The reason for that is that tea tree is absolutely the most well-known essential oil for treating this skin type, but on its own, it can be too drying. And that's why we've made these products in perfect harmony to give you that balance in the middle, in which you've removed excess oil, but you're also providing hydration to the skin. What's great about this as well is you can use it through the day for touch-up. So if you're feeling just a little bit oily or your skin just needs a little bit of a refresh, just closing the eyes and the mouth, misting over the face, and then using that product, like I said, just for a touch-up. And then product number 3 in the Clarity line is our moisturizer. So contrary to popular belief, this is a myth I want to bust for us here during our session, is that all skin types require a water-based hydration. So it doesn't matter if you identify as normal combination, if your skin is sensitive, if it's dry, particularly if it's oily or acne prone. A lot of times people are inclined to skip moisturizer. They think it's going to add grease or heaviness to the skin. That's not the case. You're using a good, high-quality, water-based moisturizer to provide that right amount of hydration to prevent dehydration. And again, that idea that we can move into the triggering of over-oil production if the skin's out of balance. So what you need if you have oily skin is something just like this that's designed to be light. It has a mattifying effect, but again, it's still going to give you the hydration you require. A couple of ingredients: apricot kernel oil. This is a very, very mild carrier oil. It's gentle, it's well tolerated by most skin types, makes it perfect for the acne prone skincare line, but is really going to be supportive of nutrients. There's also raspberry seed oil. I talked about this ingredient in last session. You see it again sort of throughout our line. This is great for protection from environmental stressors, any sort of environmental damage. So think about from the sun, think about from the wind, but again, very light on the skin, very well tolerated. I find this has a bit of a mattifying effect. I'm actually curious for myself to think about this product as we move more towards the summertime, when I know I just tend to have an oilier skin type or skin appearance. I'm going to be curious to add this to my routine to see if I can have a little bit more of that mattifying effect that I'm going for. So that's product number 3. And then the last 2 products we're talking about are the brand new additions that we added this morning. So now you'll see that within the Clarity line of products, there are 5 different products to choose from. This is brand new product number 1. This is our Clarity soap bar. So I'm going to take it out of its package to show you what it looks like. It has such a fresh and cleansing scent. So you see it's actually a black charcoal soap bar. So I'm going to tell you about the key ingredient. It's oak wood charcoal. This is a fantastic charcoal for absorption. So again, any excess oil being removed from the skin. It's also gently exfoliating. So it doesn't have any harsh abrasive texture, nothing that's going to be rough, but it's going to help break down any dead skin cells, remove anything that's clogging to the pores, just clogging to the skin in general. And what I celebrate about this bar is it's been designed for face and body. So that's been an ask again from our community, is for a product that supports sort of head to toe use for people who identify as having oily or breakout prone skin. So you can choose to use this as your cleanser, so that would be in place of the gel cleanser, or you can just keep it in the bath or shower to use as the body cleanser as well, if you are prone to any sort of breakouts and the skin on the body. So very, very excited to have this addition to our collection. Comes, like I said, just in a cute little box like this, and then you can add it to your shower. And then the fifth and final product we're talking about today as part of the Clarity line, this is our Clarity Blemish Care. So again, I just wanted to show you what it looks like if you'd see the package online or in store, but I'm going to take it out to show it to you up close. That is what it looks like there. A really cute, I can never get it going the right way. There we go. A really cute frosted green glass. So I'm actually really loving how this looks. And the Blemish Care is a spot treatment. So think about actually treating an area that it has broken out, that is experiencing a pimple, also that has that sort of inflammation piece. So any redness or soreness around an area, this is going to be fantastic. I want to show you that when you remove the cap, it has that nice roll-on applicator. So some of you will know this from the roll-on products that we offer in our store. What this does is gives really great targeted treatment application. What's really important when you think about spot treatments is they're not designed to be applied all over the face. They really are designed to specifically treat a breakout or a blemish. And that roll-on applicator makes that really simple. So you'd have the ability to sort of target where you want to apply on the face. The reason for that really has to do with dryness, because as you are looking to dry out an area of inflammation, you don't want to dry out an entire region of the skin, right? So again, there's a delicate balance in the way that we choose ingredients. I want to talk about black cumin seed oil. First time we've used this ingredient in one of our formulations. We're very excited about the way it performs on the skin, the research behind this ingredient and why it's used for this skin type. It's an anti-inflammatory, so it really helps to reduce the inflammation, the soreness, the redness right at the site of a breakout. But it's also non-comedogenic. This is a word, again, you're hearing me use a lot today, so it's not going to cause any type of clogging to the skin. We've also included jojoba. So we talked about this in terms of mirroring the skin's natural sebum, very well received, absorbs nice and easily. And then you're looking again at that beautiful balance of essential oils that are highly astringent versus highly hydrating, and then that balance you achieve in the middle. So you have, even when I think about the smell, that same sort of freshness. So thinking about coming from oils like tea tree, like patchouli, like geranium, and some juniper to keep us all nice and balanced. So I'm very excited to be able to share those new products with you today, to let you know that we've extended some of our skincare lines. We're going to continue to build on our assortment you'll see through 2022 and 2023. So that, my friends, is going to conclude session 2. That's going to have taken us through all of our skincare products. As always, I just encourage you to pop on over to the comment section. If you have any thoughts on any of the products, if there's anything I can do to support you with some more education, I'd be happy to do that. And again, just a reminder, if you want to look back at session number 1 to learn about the other 2 product lines, it is available for you. Otherwise, what is up and coming? Next week, we'll be back here again on Friday morning. I'm going to introduce something else brand new. It's so exciting to get to do what I do. We're going to stay in this theme of self-care, and we're really going to talk through products that can support body, mind, and home in the self-care space. So thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for joining today's session. I wish you a wonderful weekend. Get outside, take some deep breaths, really enjoy yourselves. We'll see you back here again next Friday. Take care, everyone.